Okay, so you may have seen this. I posted a YouTube short about mom guilt, but for those of you that want the long form version, like, where did this come from, Tiffany? So I'll tell you where it came from. And of course, you know, I guess we can call this Car Chronicles, because I am in my car waiting to pick up my daughter from school. Many of you know her as baby girl. She's getting older. I still refer to her as baby girl here and there. But yeah, so I was thinking about mom guilt because this weekend is a holiday weekend, and I allow my daughter to participate in Girl Scouts. And this weekend, Girl Scouts are going to Galveston to celebrate their cookie sales. And my daughter and I did participate in Girl Scout cookie sales. We worked really hard. And I felt a little bit of mom guilt. So initially I was like, no, I'm not going. It's too much. I just joined a new team at work, and it's a slightly different work schedule. We have to be in the office more. Then I said, well, maybe I'll just go ahead and request that time off. I shouldn't have a difficult time getting approval. And then when I requested the time off, I found out from my team that we had a really tight deadline and some high visibility on this deadline that needed my data analytics expertise. And I was told, go ahead, take your time off. We still have someone that can probably do the work, that used to do the work before I came enroll. But it's not their job to do that work. So even though I could have just said, okay, great, I'm gonna take that time off and we're gonna go to Galveston, celebrate with Girl Scouts, I had to really think about that. And I said, Tiffany, do you make sure that your daughter has all the necessary things that she needs? Food, water, shelter, clothes, okay, a relationship with God. So those are the basics. And then I said, now do you take it a step further and do more? Making sure that you're teaching her or tutoring her or getting her whatever skills that she needs to be successful at school. Are you doing a little bit extra, taking it further and packing her a healthy lunch, because you know that she's probably not going to eat the cafeteria food and you want her to have nutrition in her body so that she can sustain herself throughout the day and be more focused on schoolwork and not so focused on her tummy growling? And do you allow her to participate in extracurricular things? She's in the Gifted and Talented program. She was doing robotics at one point. Then she was doing technology club and Legos club. And then she participates in Girl Scouts. And I thought, I'm doing all of those extra things. I'm doing the foundational things for her that she needs, and then I'm doing the extra things, the things that she wants, making sure that if she's invited to birthday parties, no matter what we have planned, if the schedule is aligned, if we can go to something and then have to go to the birthday party after, even if we're a little bit late, trying to make sure that she can get there so that she can spend time with her friends outside of school. So I do the extra things too. So I said, Tiffany, why are you having mom guilt? You're taking care of her foundational needs. You're doing the things that she wants. Why would you have mom guilt simply because you can't make one event? And I had to kind of catch myself and say, you're going above and beyond for your daughter. You're doing more than enough. And it's okay if you can't do all the things that maybe some of the other moms can do. It's okay. Everybody has a different story. Everybody has a different lifestyle. Some moms might be married and working, but they have help with the bills. Some moms might be married and not working, and so they're able to focus more on the household and the children. Some moms may be single and not working. Maybe they're entrepreneurs and they're able to be at home more. Some moms may be single and working like myself, but maybe their schedule allows for them to be there and mine really doesn't. And so it's important to not have mom guilt, to not compare yourself to what other moms are doing for their kids, and just to know that you are doing your best. And at times you're going above and beyond the call of duty to make sure that your child has what he or she needs. So I thought about that and I said, you're good, girl. You stay back, you take care of your work responsibilities because your job is what's providing for you. Now, do I take time off for the necessity type things and necessary things? Yes. So yesterday, my daughter had a doctor's appointment across town. So I took half a day as a family care day and took care of her medical needs. Today, she has a doctor's appointment, so I had to take some time off to take care of her medical needs. And although these appointments are mostly checkups, they're things that she, in fact, needs. And so I take time off for that. But taking time off when you know you have a big deadline, very high visibility, and you'll be left kind of to leave your team to fend for themselves, that just doesn't sit well with me. Now, if I already had this time scheduled on the calendar, a month ahead of time, it was already there, it's already been communicated, it's already been approved, I wouldn't feel so bad taking the time off. But this was kind of almost, within a week time frame trying to take the time off. And I'm like, nah, I'm not going to do that, especially because there's a deadline. So that's something that I had to talk, I guess, within myself to encourage me and remind myself that I'm doing what I'm supposed to do as a mother. And so all of you moms out there that might be having mom guilt, and I'm sure dads go through this too, but I'm more familiar with what moms go through because I'm a mom. But for those of you that are having, mom guilt or parent guilt, but you're doing your godly best to do all the things you need to do for your child or your children and even go above and beyond, do not allow yourself to have that guilty feeling when you have to say no. And my daughter's such a sweetheart. She has not cried. She has not complained. She's like, okay, mommy, we won't go. And I think maybe because I teach her that mommy's job is important, I work so that I can provide for our family. And she seems to be a little bit more understanding as she gets older. And I think she understands that I do what I can to be a good mom. And so I want to encourage you moms, do not have mom guilt. You're doing just fine, okay?